welcome back for week 5 of Sewing Bee Roundups. I'm Jenny Stitches and thank you for joining me on my channel. Week 5, Children's Week, we are halfway. We've made it to halfway. I'll be completely honest with you, I almost haven't filmed this vlog this week. And just like last week, I've been absolutely run off my feet. But I didn't want to leave you with nothing. I thought I would come in and give you my two penneth on Children's Week. I really enjoyed the show this week. It was really different in terms of the challenges that they gave them. And yeah, I just thought it was fun. So without further ado, we'll get into it. Again, it is Saturday tea time. The sun is shining. It is roasting in here, so bear with me if I look a little bit warm. Okay, so the pattern challenge this week was to make a children's sailor suit. How cute. Also the kind of thing that you would not forgive your parents for taking pictures of you in and putting them up at your 18th birthday party, let's face it. But yeah, very sweet, very traditional. In terms of patterns, I haven't got great recommendations in my pattern box. I thought there was one in the Simplicity Baby section, but I can't find it, so it must have been retired. But I did pull out two things to show you very quickly. Yeah, I'll talk about Simplicity and costumes in a moment, but this is 8160. And this does ages 4 to 12 before going on to a larger size range, and that's very much got that little sailor suit kind of thing going on there. A bit like the outfit that Manyi had on her picture, and likewise 8671, a little dress. Now I know there's a pretty good duplicate for the sailor suit used on the show on a McCall's pattern, so I'll pop a link to Sew Direct for you where you can get that. But yeah, it was funny, and some of the results were quite amusing. I was pleased though to see Deborah had printed denim that she used, which I stock, so I'll quickly show you that one. And whew, just lost a roll of fabric there. So she was using this nice printed denim. I'm always watching thinking, that's one of mine. So yeah, very good. And I think if you were going to make a sailor suit, you would have to make it in cotton, good old cotton poplin, and this is my navy colourway. I've been selling loads of cotton poplin lately because everybody's been making Jubilee bunting. So, but I do have plenty of navy left in stock. So yeah, that was all good fun. Have to excuse me just shifting around trying to find my notes, because as I say, I wasn't going to make this quite quick. The transformation challenge I have no words for this week. School uniforms are pretty horrible things at the best of time, and usually pretty nasty materials. So yeah, who on earth would want to, I suppose that is the challenge, isn't it, really, sort of transforming it into something better. Okay, and you'll have to excuse any kind of background noise there because I've got a group of kids outside that are shouting really loudly at each other, and they've got a scooter which they keep banging on the floor, which is obviously really, really helpful when you're trying to film. But if I went to say anything to them, I'm sure they'd just do it louder. Okay, the made to measure challenge was to make a Halloween costume with a 3D element, and this was just so much fun. It was so silly. It took me right back to, I can't remember which series it was, where they made a fancy dress out of a sleeping bag. It was just a bit daft, and yeah, a bit of fun, which is what Kids Week should be about, really, isn't it? In terms of the fabrics, it did specify that they needed to be flame retardant, which I thought was interesting, and it got me thinking from my point of view as a retailer. My access to things like flame retardancy certificates is actually quite limited. I do have some of the suppliers that I use will provide them, but they don't test every single fabric that they have. So yeah, I can't make sort of fabric recommendations to you and say, oh yes, that's going to be flame retardant, because I just don't know. You can pay to have fabrics tested if you need to, and yeah, anyway, that opened up a whole avenue of research for me at that point. But I did think it was good that they included that and thought about it. Obviously, it's very important with what happened to Claudia Winkleman's daughter. If you don't know about that, just go and Google it. And yeah, so that was very good, safe option. But moving on, yeah, it was great. A well-deserved win for Deborah, in my opinion, and that's the second time she's had Garment of the Week, so maybe Deborah is a bit of a dark horse. The whole thing just tickled me, really. They were just very cute. In terms of patterns, simplicity comes up trumps this week, guys. I don't have any non-simplicity recommendations for you. Simplicity absolutely kill it with their costume section in the catalogue, and quite a silly story. I didn't really realise how much costume stuff and cosplay Simplicity had until I became a stockist. And if you kind of get two options when you stock sort of the big brand patterns. You can either take the catalogues and order them in for customers, or you can take the range, but you can't take certain parts of the range. If you want to stock Simplicity, you've got to stock everything. So I was like, okay, I'll stock everything because I don't want to be ordering things in off catalogues. And then one day, out of the blue, 6 enormous boxes containing about 2,000 patterns just turned up. I was like, whoa. So I unpacked one, and the first thing I just started pulling out was just pattern after pattern after pattern that were all these ridiculous cosplay outfits. And every time I look in the catalogue at that section, it makes me laugh. However, they do sell quite well. And obviously with Simplicity being an American brand and costume being such a big thing over there, then yeah, it's understandable, but it wasn't what I was expecting when I thought I was going to stock nice dress patterns that customers had asked me for. I was thinking, what is this? But yeah, every now and then it's good for a little chuckle to go and have a look through the book. So I've picked out a few nice, cute little Halloween outfits to get you inspired. The first of those is, actually this is quite a recent release. This is 9351. And as you can see, we have a pumpkin, a scarecrow, a ghost, and like some kind of skeleton situation with capes and little hats. So that's cute. These are funny. 8729, which again features capes and hoods, and yeah, little 3D elements here. We've got crowns and devil horns going on. So that's a perfectly plausible option. Oh, this is so cute. 2506, and this is more for toddlers. Look at the little devil and the angel. They are just so cute, but there's lots of 3D elements going on there, including a piece of cheese. Nothing says Halloween like a piece of cheese. And finally 2788, which again is a toddler size one, but I thought you might appreciate that pumpkin. And that duck is incredible. Who would do that to a child? You would literally never forgive your parents, would you? Somebody needs to do it. So anyway, I hope that gives you a bit of a giggle. It certainly makes me laugh. Yep, it was sad to see Marnie go this week. Personally, I was a bit disappointed in that decision. I don't think she was the worst there by any stretch. I actually really liked her. I thought she was a really skilled sewist. I just think it was a case of it just wasn't her week. And that was a shame because I think she would have had a lot more to give further on down the line. But yeah, we're narrowing it down now. There's only, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 people left now. And next week is Music Week, so let's see what that brings. But yeah, it's all good. It's a really good competition this year. I'm enjoying it and I hope you are too. So I will see you next week. I hope you have had a lovely weekend and take care. Thank you for watching.